girl, welcome to my house party. It's a giant mansion, baby. Don't slip on all my money. Yeah, there's a lot of models and some supermodels too. Don't touch my diamond fridge, it costs more than the country of Peru. Seduction is like a game of chess, and I'm the queen. Wait. Can't stop, won't stop, dancing deep into the night. It's a mansion party. Know that tiger's super tight. And if you're feeling naughty, we'll smoke champagne by candlelight. It's a mansion party. And later on the panda fight. You've really gotta agitate the pandas to get them engaged in combat. They're very docile by nature. I laced their bamboo. Hey girl, heard you couldn't find the dance floor. Just walk right past the garden, go through the Spanish-French doors, turn right at the 7th bathroom, then a left at my laser car. You can ride my purebred stallion. If you hit my moat, you've gone too far. Take an upside down left at the MC Escher stairs. Okay, you're almost halfway there. Can't stop, won't stop, dancing deep into the night. It's a mansion party. I bought a yacht just for tonight. And if you're feeling naughty, we'll smoke champagne by candlelight. It's a mansion party. Now let's watch two pandas fight. It's last week all over again. Let's get the hell out of here! Can't stop, won't stop, non-stop. justice my meaty clackers could provide. So I bought them a little unitard and found them a tiny cave. Then ran to the city's toughest gang and screamed there's no escape from the wrath of thunder and lightning. Just that fell from an angel's crown. Thunder and lightning. Rounded jump, they'll take you down. Stones of war, tiny hammers of Thor. Thunder and lightning. One with the power to electrify, one with the strength to smash. First you hear that rumble, baby, and then you see the flash. My loins are filled like darkened clouds. Evil has no chance. All shall tremble before the storm that gathers in my pants. Turns out being struck by lightning doesn't give you any powers. They caved my head in with a pipe and beat me for several hours. But as I lay there half conscious, with my nuts exposed to air, Are we live? Yes, so we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to an exciting Friday stream where today we are hippity hopping our asses into a game demo. I stumbled across this, I think, a couple of weeks ago, a game called The Last Caretaker. And I had it described to me as Wall-E meets Subnautica. And I had to say on that tagline alone, I'm like, I gotta check out this demo. So we're gonna be hopping into a game where we are the last little worker robot lost in a vast and open ocean. And we'll see what this game has to offer. If it's good, and, well, we'll just see what all it has. But, before we hippity hop our asses into all of that, I have a simple question for all of y'all. How have your weeks been? How are your weekends shaping up to be? And most importantly, how are you all doing today? Chaotic. I know you're saying you had, snow on your island and then shutting everything down. I'm sorry you can't go out and do things. You should try to make a snowman or start a random snowball fight. I know, in Britain they prefer to use knives for their fights, but see if you can make snowballs a thing. It might work. It might work out well. And I have exciting news for you guys. Tomorrow, I have a little bit of a collab planned. I'm getting everything hammered out. It looks like it's gonna be super solid. And we're just finalizing the last few details. But tomorrow, we are going to be digging up Among Us, because I have a few people who are interested in doing a collab. We're getting a group together to play Among Us together. We're going to be getting Gwen and Emily and Guppy and Bonu. And I have another guest many of you probably recognize, as I got Kindred to say he'd be down. So we're finalizing that. Kindred sent me over a fucking doodle of his character as an Among Us character. So of course I had to go and rapidly Photoshop together a little version of me, and I want to share with you guys. Kindred fucking embarrassed me with his art skills, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta Photoshop something together. I gotta get something. And I'm getting it ready for the upcoming thumbnail. So if you guys want to see the early version of a thumbnail I'm doing, let's see here. On-game video, we're going to capture GIMP, and boop. And here we are, y'all. So like I said, we've got, I think, 6 people in total coming in. I made 2 of these. One of these is Kindred's. I'll let you guys guess which one Kindred did. But I've been rapidly trying to crank out some Among Us characters. When I asked Gwen what she wanted, she said she wanted her veil crown. And let me tell you, cutting this angular, pointed, slightly transparent object out from a fucking background that had glow effects in it was hell. It was hell. And that girl refused to pay me $1 million for it. So I'm keeping it. This is mine now. I'm gonna look at maybe trying to get a few more simple ones done up, just to kind of fill up the whole bottom space. But we'll see how we doing. We will see how we doing. How are you all though? Ooh, Among Us. I have not played that in so long. True. I would love to join, but I am shy and speepy. Well, Hero, I'm sorry to hear that. Eric, you have a perfect PFP right there. Perfect profile picture? What do you mean? A perfect profile PFP? What? Damn. I know. Look at Kindreds. Look at fucking Kindreds right here. Look at this fucking artistic motherfucker. I hate Kindred. And look at mine. Mine is literally, I took an Amogus character and balanced the three different colors, then added lips and drew in teeth. Oh my god. Yours is perfect. Hey Eric, how you doing? Hey Hyperbeam, how you been, my guy? How you been? You been catching the shorts? I don't remember the some of the ones you've been, because Hyperbeam, you were very talkative that day that we were doing the collab stream. I feel like you're in several of the shorts. Have any of the ones with you in them come out yet? I don't remember off the top of my head. You did well, son. Don't call me son. You just said I'm older than you. And you called me a twink, actually. Hold up, Richard, what the fuck? You're older than me, you twink ass bat. Why are you calling me a twink? Pretty good. I haven't seen any of the shorts I'm in yet. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'll see when those might be coming up. Is he correct though? I mean, I'm 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. I don't know, Rich. Am I 6 foot or am I 6 foot and some change? I don't know if I crack 6 foot enough to bother adding anything after saying 6 foot. I'm pretty sure being 6 foot alone would make me not a twink, or being 200 pounds would be enough to make me not a twink. I feel like I feel like I'm pretty I feel like I'm pretty aggressively outside of any form of that definition. I have been seeing lots of your shorts lately. Yay! Well, we have been doing daily shorts releases, so I hope people have been seeing them. I hope y'all have been seeing. Twink is a state of mind. I'm pretty sure that's not true. I'm pretty sure that's not true. Oh yeah, Eric, I'm bad at looking for clips, but in stream we collabed on, were there any good one? I'm finishing the captioning edits for the 25 vids I pulled from the RV Variac stream. I haven't looked at another stream since then. I have not been clip farming in a hot minute, I'm afraid. I have not. I have not been doing that. That has not been top of my list, unfortunately. I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry to report. Blah. Yeah, damn, 25. Yeah, I had a goal to have a whole fucking month of January daily shorts. Still, it means I need to go find 5 more somewhere, so maybe I'll go to that stream, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, additionally, I got the email today from the work thing I was talking about. They've confirmed my in-person interview. I now have a date and time for that.
We'll see how that interview goes. I'm really, really hopeful. It sounded like I was a really match for what they're looking for on the video call interview. So we'll see if this goes through. And if it goes through, I'll tell you guys what company it's for. And I will brace for a full day of mockery from all of you. I guarantee once you guys hear where it is, y'all will be ceaselessly mean to me, and I will understand it. Amogus is bound to create a short or two. Well, we'll see. We'll definitely see. I'm not sure I can let you guys into a shared chat is the problem for the Amoga stream. Why do people guess? If I can't tell you, I can't narrow it down. How about this? I'll narrow it down to this degree. Find game studios in the Los Angeles area. Pick your favorite one. That's the one. How about that? How about that's the standard we're doing? But I'm not sure. I was thinking about I might not be able to do shared chat because I'm 100% certain if I am ever the killer, you all will 100% tell everyone in shared chat that I'm the killer. However, I also know that's balanced against the fact that on any round I'm not the killer, I know for 100% fact that you all will tell everyone else that I am the killer. So I'm in a situation that I know your guys' goal will be to get me to lose as quickly in every round as possible, no matter what. Luckily, that means no one else in the collab can take your information seriously, but it means I will be playing with such an incredible handicap that I don't know if I want to give you guys that power. However, I've also been debating of giving you guys a different power. So I want to ask you guys your opinion. Eric, I will heavily mock you if it's EA. That's very fair. That's very fair. It is tempting. Just ask an imposter to kill you first. That's also true. But I was thinking of adding a redeem for that stream. That would be. I need to think of the right way to phrase it. But I part of me just wants to call it the Tanner line or something, essentially a forced quote, where basically you guys will be able to pay channel points to give me a sentence I have to say during the next emergency meeting. With obvious stipulations, like no swear words or nothing like that, but basically letting you guys buy me starting a meeting just with saying, oh, I was definitely in area that I was not in. I saw this person do it. They definitely didn't. Or, no, you couldn't have seen me because I vented before you got in there. But I have no points. I'm trying. Were you one of the two who bet everything that I would win the first run attempt at Deep Rock Galactic Survivor? That's on you. That's your own fault if you lost points on that. It was a run that I had lost several times before, but. Oh, then you missed a good opportunity, Chaotic. You missed a very good opportunity to earn points. What were there, like 6K points? You bought Richard VIP. You shouldn't have done that. I think he already has mod status. Already has VIP powers. Is the worst part. I think that's the worst part, Chaotic. Oh. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. So I have an interview coming up next week. We've got a Amogus collab tomorrow. Do you? Did I take it away from you? I might have timed you out once and you lost mod status and then I just never gave it back to you. Hi, Rye. How you doing? Ban Eric. That's not how it works. Also, even the new super duper mod role can't ban the streamer. They can ban other mods though. And I think that's literally their only additional power. Is you could give someone the ability to ban a mod. Which is like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but if a mod needs to be banned, I feel like I want to make an event of it and do it my fucking self. I want to step up there, like, as the king wearing his crown, push the executioner out of the way, be like, nah, give me that axe. This motherfucker's mine. Oh my gosh. But if you guys have any ideas or suggestions for other fun redeems for an Among Us collab, I would be sort of down to hear some ideas because I think it would be a fun time. I'm very bad at social deception games. I'm dreadful at them. I don't know if my vibe is untrustworthy, if I'm a horrible liar, or if I just have the energy of a person who's always out there to win. I don't know what it is, but there's definitely something that just makes it inherently no one ever wants to work with me in social deception games. So giving you guys the power to make it harder doesn't actually hurt me much. Imposter only, kill the next player you see, or kill specific player. Okay, we could do that, but if you're the imposter, you're already trying to kill all the players, so just naming a character seems a little off. No, that's because you're sus. Hey, that was the first one I said. Richard wasn't even listening to me. Like, I'll make you say some dumb shit for fun, nothing bad, but dumb shit for sure. We played D&D with you. You know what you did. Oh, what did I do, Richard? What have I ever done? You weren't even in the 4-year-long campaign, Richard. You don't know the worst of what I done. Richard, I once put a cold, slightly moldy tuna fish melt sandwich on a plate in the middle of a forest with an obvious rope trap around it because I was that certain. Someone in the party would 100% fall for the trap. And let me tell you, Lotus, 5 minutes later, was hanging off the ground by one of his arms, eating a cold tuna melt sandwich in the middle of the woods. When I get mean to my players, it is me just saying, I know what you're going to do, so I'm gonna make it as dumb as possible. Oh my gosh. Mr. played nothing but Shade Assassins. That's not true. I've played a grand total of 2 Shade Assassins. And the second one I played for 1 session before switching over to a Tiefling Warlord. Corrupted an island to the Dark Gods. We don't know if that worked. Playing party members against each other? When did I play party members against each other? When have I played party members against each other? I had plans to play party members against each other. I had a long form plan to get Ashley to try and sacrifice Tucker to a dark god once. But we didn't get anywhere near that session before that campaign fell apart. You can't at me. I've never successfully done that in a campaign you were in. I did once convince a player to sleep a whole party for Vecna in exchange for learning a new spell. That is an offer I made. I wasn't 100% convinced he'd go for it, but he did agree. He did agree, and he did cast sleep on the whole party and got one of them sent to Shadowfell. Eric, I might need help with a Warlock
subclass at some point if you're willing to help.
Oh, I'd definitely be down Hyperbeam Frog. I don't know if you've seen any of my subclass creations or my whole ass class creation. Clearly, you're so trustworthy. Listen, I lay out my deceptions in a way that players can see it's a deception that's coming up. And they get to decide if they think it'd be fun to play in that space. I feel like that's what... Okay. No, I saw a video recently, and it gave me a controversy. Listen, this tangent's going to go on for a minute, so I hope you guys are ready to buckle in. There was a YouTube video I saw recently that was like, make your D&D villains unpredictable, right? And it was this whole YouTube video about how to make your D&D villains unpredictable to the party, like that they wouldn't be able to predict them. And here's my opinion. It's fine for there to be unpredictable villains for the party. It's fine if you want to create an arc about that, or to
I
have
ain't gonna lie,
the
my favorite
one
character I
main
played, I
guy.
wish I remember the homebrew race was called, but I was a humanoid slime whose whole goal get shit-faced since I made Beast's story they got cursed to not get drunk.
Well, couldn't you just get high then? Nah. But in my opinion, 90% of all of your villains should be predictable by the party. Do you want to know why? I think 90% of your villains should be predictable by your players. I'll be more specific, not the party, but by your players. Because your players know everything that their characters know and everything the player knows. The players have meta knowledge. Whether they're playing the character with the meta knowledge or without the meta knowledge, your villains don't have meta knowledge. Your villains aren't aware they're in Dungeons and Dragons game. They aren't aware that the minions are going to be balanced so the party can possibly win. They're not going to be aware of the fact that if the party fully goes to a different city, you swap which city it was in the background. A player, the fact that they have all the knowledge their character does and fundamentally has meta knowledge, should not be completely unable to predict most of your villains. Your players have more information than your villains ever could. Unless you make a Deadpool ass boss. Yeah, that's understand. What I'm saying is it's fine to have like, ooh, I want this arc to be about an unpredictable villain, or I want my big super evil campaign guy to be
The villain is
unpredictable.
cursed with knowledge that he is in a story, but can't change his actions based on knowledge gained.
Yeah. So it's this, that's my controversial opinion, is no, your villain should not be unpredictable by your players. They can be unpredictable by the party members, and your players should be willing to play their character without the meta knowledge. But if your players are actually fundamentally incapable of predicting what's happening in your collaborative storytelling game, you might not be doing a good job telling the story. Listen, people have listened to, read, and watched a lot of stories. Humans, by nature of what we do for fun, are very familiar with how stories work. So if someone is in a story and they fully can't even grasp vaguely what's going to happen next, I think maybe you're not doing a good job communicating the themes of your own story to them. That's my opinion. I'm sorry. I just saw a video that was like how to make all of your villains unpredictable, and it was just like the title alone made me go, I don't think I want all of my I don't think I want most of my villains to be unpredictable. The fact that a player has meta knowledge means they should be more informed than a villain is 90% of the time. Oh well. Oh well. They don't have knowledge. They don't have a name till the player asks a random NPC who wasn't supposed to talk what their name is. No, that's very true. That's very true. I'm trying to remember one of the favorite shopkeeps. I don't remember when or why I decided to do this, but I always had like this little rule in my head that's like a majority of the shopkeeps in your world should be friendly or at least completely like service minded, right? They wouldn't be able to run a successful shop if they weren't normally a very friendly, helpful, and, you know, gregarious sort of person. However, you can, you know, every 8 sessions or so, when the party isn't desperately in need to buy something, or if they're just doing like a shopping episode where they're going to multiple shops, you can mix in one unhelpful shopkeep. And one of my characters, One of my players' favorite shopkeep I ever made was one I made thinking they'd be very unhelpful. But the players loved so much and kept coming back to that it turned into a bit of a treasure trove shop for them. What essentially was is I had it run by a kobold woman who was basically doing nesting behaviors. In my world, kobolds, dragons, and dragonborns all sort of have this, whether it's real, religious tradition, whatever, thing where they try to accrue a special, the reason they create hordes is essentially the idea that the stronger a horde is on top of an egg, the more powerful the child born from that nest is. So you had this kobold that was running essentially a pawn shop, right? But the way she approached it wasn't I'm running a shop. It is I'm trying to collect as much value in one spot as possible to create, a nest, functionally a horde of her own. So I just had the way the shop worked was you could roll investigate and look around and you could find some weird ass magical items in here. But they would always be slightly overpriced or they'd be kind of weird to use, and the shopkeeper self would never be helpful with anything. Like, it'd be impossible to find anything specific in here. But if you spent enough time, you could stumble across things. And just the fact that it was this, like, obtuse kobold lady practically sleeping on her counter on top of a little like nest of gold, constantly yelling at them for touching the stuff without buying it. The party fell in love with her. It came back to the shop so frequently that they had more than a couple of times succeeded in rolls to find really good magic items. And in spite of the fact they were overcharged to hell for them, they were like, yeah, but these are some of the coolest items we have. Oh my gosh. It's, I don't know. There's just a thing. I think there's just a thing where whatever you set as the norm, players will fall in love with the exception, essentially. My favorite shopkeep is the high-end magic item dealer in a big city. It is staffed with an Aasimar and like 8 kobolds during one visit. I had to catch a young kobold that tried to ambush me from the rafters. Well, you shouldn't have brought good swag into that shop, my guy. But all right. We've passed our 30-minute yap mark, y'all. So we're gonna get off of D&D because today we're checking out a game demo. As I mentioned, this game is called The Last Caretaker. I launched it once to try to get some photos for my thumbnail today, but I haven't the slightest clue what the actual gameplay is. I had it described to me as Wall-E meets Subnautica, so I'm gonna guess first-person view. I'm gonna guess we're alone and we're exploring. And if we're a caretaker bot, we're probably gonna be repairing shit, right? Or trying to find lost humans. I'm not so sure. Let's go ahead, get ourselves into it, and let's get started. Not gonna lie, a character I want to play is definitely not 2 goblins in a trench coat, and their whole thing is 2 goblins got tired of their clan, so they left and tried to blend into the world, so they assume being a party member is socially normal compared to opening a shop. Oh. Oh! Oh no, we can pick up anything, can't we? Oh god, it's a physics engine game. Oh, loot. Plastic scraps. Oh, inventory. Hey, we've got 1.6 kilograms of plastic scrap. Let's go. Oh, is this us? We have a little scarf? Heck. Oh, what is this? Torch. You have a flashlight? Oh god, he called it a torch. We're British. Oh no, we're British. Oh wait, so we got 5 is wrench. 6 is ooh! Can I get into my
In my
locker?
party, the DM started us in a tavern but did it in a unique way. had us all appear in different opinions. We all got an alcoholic beverage called Spider Booch Lol. It's an alcoholic beverage that can have a spider that produces a valuable silk.
Hey, buddy. I think you
Welcome Raiders! President
Leather
Kitty
Club's 2
Cat.
blocks down. Fuck you.
I don't know who the hell you are. Welcome Raiders. Hi, I'm Eric. Yes, that one. I'm a pudgy little tardigrade who likes to play video games. Who the hell are you, President Kitty Cat? How did you find me? Didn't this game just come out? This is just a game demo. There's no way you're like a big fan of this, just looking for a small streamer doing it. Who are you? What brought you here? Well, cool model. I've never seen a model like that. Kitty because of me? Wait, President Kitty Cat, wait. Is it because I'm a tardigrade? I almost never get raiders who come out here because they saw my model or like, who's this cool motherfucker? Thank you. Well, welcome, President Kitty Cat. What were you up to today? Yeah, let's get through. But yeah, like I said, I'm Eric. Yes, that one. And I am a tardigrade, also known as a water bear. For those who are more familiar with that. Battery. Cables. We have cables and batteries. Oh, wait, we also have a quest. 1 second. Quest, find the electrical cables. Oh, I just found them. Connect to the battery outlet and restore power. Alright, we'll connect to the battery outlet. Oh, connect outlet. I did it. No, I didn't do it. Tardigrades are awesome. Just doing some writing. Oh, writing? Like story writing? Or what are you doing? Don't just tell me writing. Agree, you do look excellent. Well, I really appreciate that. For those who are curious, I was a tardigrade PNG for a while, but a very good friend of mine, a very small streamer, not very well known, called Juniper Actius, made this model for me as a birthday present and gave it to me. It was fucking awesome. And hi, Eric. Thanks for ignoring me. I'm sorry. Did you come in at the same time as a raid, Argon? Is that maybe what happened? Is you put your message out in the middle of me getting raided by people who I've never met? How you doing, Argon? I brought friend. Oh, that's how I was found. President Kitty didn't say that's why. Oh, now President Kitty. Now that you've called President Kitty out on it, now President Kitty Cat admits that it was because of you. I'm sorry, I asked multiple times why they were here. Ridiculous. He helped us get it. He helped us get here. Okay, I see. You know what? No. 1 second. Well, now I gotta see. 1 second. President Kitty Cat. Visit channel. Videos. Recent broadcasts. Let's take a look at you. Let's take a look at you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Your lips are huge. What is this? What am I looking at, President Kitty Cat? Hi, Z-Lex. How you doing, my guy? Welcome. Welcome. Adorable, right? Am I looking at the right model? Are those lips? Oh, no. Okay. No, that was just from the thumbnail. In the actual video, that's when your mouth is open. Okay. I need you to understand, President Kitty Cat. I was just looking at the video thumbnail, and the thumbnail caught you with your mouth open. And I didn't see the movement, so it was just that. So I thought your entire open mouth was your lips. And I was really trying to calculate the best way to communicate with someone like that. I'm like, damn, they raided me. I gotta be nice, but those lips are terrifying. No, it is a very adorable model. I love it. I love the pixel art style. Wait, is it slightly animated even at rest? Are you trying to like simulate the squiggly line effect? Like, I forget what it's called. I know there's an actual term for it. But like in Ed, Edd and Eddy and other older animations where like the lines, you know, they're redrawn so they aren't ever perfectly exact. So they kind of squiggle around a little. I declare war for saying you have big lips. Jeez. Jeez, kitty cat. Rubber hose animation style. Oh, okay. Eric, don't make us bring out the weird emotes. Oh, I encourage you to bring out the weird emotes. If we could do the emotes instead of the usual redeems, I'd appreciate. Oh, wait. Electric cable, 1 of 9, 8, 7. So the further it goes, the more cables we use. Connect self. Alright, connecting to myself didn't work. Is there a... That didn't work either. Wait. Oh, wait. Activate the main power switch. Oh, okay.
Good work, Caretaker.
Wait,
Every
does it work on me?
restored
Hold up.
brings us closer to reclaiming our home.
I can power the entire ship.
Head to the docking hangar. There's something important there.
Wait, can I actually make it through the game plugged into this bat? Wait, what happens if I go around corners? So, oh, no, I run out of cable. Damn. Alright, never mind. Wait, I have 4. 2 remaining. 1 remain. Alright. I want to actually power the ship off of me. Never mind. Oh, wait, I actually have a power bar. Oh! I just realized, y'all, so this is a survival game, but if you look at the bottom, we have a health bar, but we also have like a power bar. So instead of like getting hungry, like, you know, and having to eat food, we actually have to resupply our own power somehow. Ooh, that's a clever way. That is a clever way.
PLS.
I'm playing the game. Give me 30 seconds to play the game. God damn it. Insane. All right, I got 300 Gigantified. Chaotic, weren't you supposed to be saving up channel points? Weren't you supposed to be saving up channel points? God damn it.
We should fucking suck his dick.
You bastards. Fine, I'll show off all of my most horrible emotes.
You my little Unca champ?
There's the Gigantify for that one. What was it? You wanted the 6-7 one? Here you go. Here's all of my worst fucking emotes. President Eric, I love you both, but I'm very tired. Have a good stream. And see you next time. Alright, Argon. Take care of yourself, and I appreciate you bringing over a stream, my guy. We'll do everything in our power to scare them away. Okay, so what are we doing? Make your way to the docking hangar. Use a heal station to restore your health. Use a save station to save...
In my party, the DM started us in a
Teddy bear.
tavern, but did it in a unique way. Had us all appear in different opinions. We all got
You-
an
yeah,
alcoholic
you set
beverage called
Hyperbeam.
Spider Booch
Hyperbeam.
Roll. It's
Just
an
that- alcoholic
alcoholic beverage that can have a spider that produces a valuable silk.
Alright, Hyperbeam. Are you gonna let us know again in another 10 minutes? These are cursed. I love them. Those aren't even all of them, Madam Mia Ray. Madam Mia Ray. This is this is the heal station. That heals us. Is that a charge stick? Back up. Oh, and this is how we say... Oh, that's real clever. That's a real clever way to do it with the robot, is you actually have to back up the data, so when you die and you come back in a new body, essentially. That's cool. I'm really liking how the way robots work in this game really helps, like, sort of explain away, like, survival game mechanics in a way. That's really cool. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna dig our way up. Let's go, let's go. I didn't say the last part, so I thought it was because of the raid. No, there's a word limit on text-to-speech, so people don't send entire paragraphs to text-to-speech, Hyperbeam. Ooh. It's a great start. Oh, wait, hold on. Madam Mia Ray. I'm sorry, so you don't know this, Madam Mia Ray, but I do restream, which means I stream to both YouTube and to Twitch. And what that means is sometimes on my restream, they'll put a profile picture next to someone that can be a little different than what I'm expecting. Who's this adorable goth lady?
For a Christmas, one of
I'm
my
sorry.
friends got everyone
Out of
a
the
glass
corner of my
bottle
eye, I
regular
see a picture of
kombucha.
what looks
It
to
was
be a
awful,
cute goth
but they
lady,
used
and
something
it
to draw on it,
distracted
making
me.
it Spider Booch.
Mia Ray, who's the goth lady? Oh, ah. What am I supposed? I'm supposed to make my way to the docking hangar. Do I even know which way that is? Like, we hit the save spot over there, so that's probably... Hey, you get out of here. Wow, we got some arms on us. We could probably jump to that, but I imagine this game's got fall damage. This feels like a fall damage. Me? I'm the goth chickie? Oh, that's nice. Loot. Battery. Well, y'all, you think it's time to confirm? You think it's time for me to confirm whether or not this game has fall damage? I literally have a YouTube short clip about this, so let's do this. Yeah. Oh. Oh, connect self? What? Oh. Well, let's go heal up or something. Well, no. So I'm draining power? Wait. So I know I have in my inventory a battery, right? Can I consume it? Alright, I can. So that gives me some charge. We can heal. Wait, is that how much energy we have? Like, why would we lose energy by doing that jump instead of just losing health? Because we took a little bit of damage, but not a lot. We lost almost our full, like, power charge. Maybe that's not like our hunger level? Is that like a shield? I get if we have a shield, I guess it would make sense that we'd lose the shield before we take health damage, but I don't know, I think that's supposed to be survival, like, mechanic, isn't it? Oh no, the glass ankles? They're... Ah! Ah! Alright, so occasionally there are... Stop that. Oh, you gotta really beat up on that thing for a minute. Oh, am I just losing health? Oh! Oh, okay. So yeah, so I think the energy is a food meter, and I think I ran out of energy, so I started to starve. I maintain, though, I'm very confused why me jumping onto that platform drained all of my energy and almost none of my health. So, we know how to heal. We have a heal station down here, and we have a save station. We have some batteries on us that we can use. We need to use that to keep fed, but I feel like we need to find a charging station at some point. Alright, we're gonna grab a battery, bring that with us, and instead of doing the jump down, I think we're gonna try climbing all the way up without the elevator this time. I don't think we really need the elevator, anyway. Well, there. I think there was a snow globe up here I also want to grab. The process? Oh. Maintain the pod, secure the rafts, something. Alright, we also have an Octopus of Doom up here, but wait, the octopus is like spawning little robots, right? Not like it's actually... It doesn't look like it should have machines in it, right? It looks like it should be biological. I'm gonna just top up the battery power a little bit. Since we are finding quite a few of those. Hey, little guy, how you doing? Out of the way.
There she is.
Oh.
Your vessel.
Oh!
More than just metal and circuits.
Oh, we're not in a giant station, we're on a
This
little
boat is
boat?
how you'll reclaim the seas, and perhaps even your identity.
Oh.
The dock systems are offline. Without them, we're trapped here. Restore the power, Caretaker, so we can sail again.
Okay, well, we understand our goal now. So we are not really a station bot. We're supposed to be on that boat. We gotta power the whole... station so we can get our little boat out on the open sea. Okay. No, I was really predicting this game was gonna have us, like, you know, doing station repairs, shit like that, you know? But I guess we're gonna get out on a boat. Ooh, wait. This isn't gonna be a base building game, is it? Oh. I'm wondering if we're gonna be, like, exploring, gathering resources, and, base building, you know? Battery. Ooh, so we have a cable extender. Because we've got this thing, we've got this, but it seems to have very little energy in it. Ooh, we definitely need to connect that. Right? No? Do we need to... Data cable. Oh, it needs a specific type of cable? Oh! Well, that's glowy. Oh, we're transferring power. Are we going to equalize these batteries? Okay, those are equalized then. So we need a new type of cable. We need a data cable for this. Ooh, repair. Electricity cost. Durability. So I can repair? Oh, with the iron I just looted, I can repair this whole thing. Okay. Alright, let's connect a cable here.
The dock is alive again, thanks to you. Each step forward reconnects us to a brighter future.
Alright. The two!
You were never meant to remain bound.
What?
These waters were
I
once
level up?
pathways, carrying life, purpose, and discovery. Something awaits you out there, ready to be reclaimed.
Vessel of tomorrow. Repair, refuel, and ready your vessel for your journey. Alright, 1 second. I have to save. Okay, we're backed up, and I have to do what? I have to power up the boat, refuel the boat with diesel, repair the boat's diesel engine, reconnect the engine cylinder to the diesel engine, and then rags to riches. Use the recycler to extract materials from trash items. The recycler? We also need to find a data cable or something. Oh, what's... Hello? Where is this going? Hold on a minute. I've done it. No clue what I did, but I did it. We have plugged in another wire. Ain't no way just plugging in random wires together could ever backfire. Was that, oh, wire. I was about to say, is that data cable? But no, I think that's just wire. Teddy bear! Don't do it, Teddy! Oh, wait, are we... Okay, so we got more robot spawners. Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm starving. Shoot. Heard the beep beep sound, didn't know what it was saying. So should I go down to the boat itself? I feel like I'm supposed to keep exploring around, right? Like, I haven't even found this recycler they were talking about.
Hey, he's back! I like him!
Hey, Nezgo, how you doing, my guy? Thank you for the resub. How have you been? How have you been? Have I finally streamed on a day where you didn't have to go out and do something? Welcome, welcome, my guy. Damn, all 58 months. Damn, indeed. Hey, stop that. Oh shoot, I'm out of energy. Alright. Let's use a couple of these. Alright. So you're plugged in. Oh, repair? We need plastic, glass, iron, and fabric. Do all of these need repairs? Are any of these operational? That's broken, that one's broken, that one's broken. Yeah, they're all broken. Damn. Alright. So we've got to find this recycler. Maybe it's on the boat. If the boat is the main thing we use, right, to travel around, probably this recycler we're looking for is on the boat? What did I just plug in? One of the squid things. Let's try to avoid that. It seems to go into this little room? So how do I get into the room? Let's go, let's go. I'm going to con tomorrow. Oh, what convention you got? I didn't know there were any cons going on right now, Richard. I've actually been awful, but that's another story. It's sort of, I'm on leave and waking up. I'm sorry you've been awful, my guy. I'm real sorry to hear that. Anything you want to vent about? And Zelix, thank you for the 5 years, 16 days, and 23 hours, my dude. Always out here making me feel old as shit. Oh. Log data. Space. Okay. Survival guide. Welcome, Caretaker. Save humanity. Survive. Find human seeds. Place seeds into the Lazarus pods. Move pods onto Lazarus rocks. Grow humans by providing food and memories. When a human is ready, move the pod to the rocket. Oh, we're growing humans on this planet, y'all. I did not know that. I did not know we would be growing people from human seeds. I'll be entirely honest with all of y'all. That caught me a little off guard. So we want to go back downstairs. Let's get onto the ship. Let's see what's actually on this ship we powered up. Because obviously we've got to repair the engine. Oh, well, this seems like the recycler room. What is this? The recycler. Yeah, we want to... got a battery over here. Nope. No power. What do you mean no power? Are we... Oh, electricity input. Alright, that should be everything, right? Oh wait, I think I heard the beep beep of me running out of energy. 1 second. Use. Trash. Oh, this is a memory. Okay. So we're gonna put a small tree into a human seed in order to grow a human. I'm slowly catching on. Wait, can I plug this into me? Oh, I can plug this into me. Alright, I figured out how to full charge everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's a real kindergarten. Let's go. Hell yeah. Well, now we know how to full charge. We know how to heal. We know how to save. Fabricator. Alright, Fabricator. What can I... So we've got a torch. Optical lens battery cell. Do I need to find, like, ingredients or something? Or is that, like, the only thing that can be made with only electricity? Maybe I need to find more inputs. So we found the fabricator. Small battery. We could take these wires and plug them into something, obviously. I don't know if we're supposed to go up or down, though. Oh, I think that was a memory item. I think there was something over there that looked like that was probably a memory item. Is that all that's over here? There was also the down path. Let's go check the down path then. Oh, we got money! Not sure what we do with United States survival dollars, but we have them. Alright, yeah, let's get onto the boat. Let's get onto the boat. I feel like I'm just not... I should be getting onto the boat to really learn what I should be doing. Whoa. Oh, what's this? A fuel cable. Oh, is this a diesel tank? Hey, so this is a diesel tank. Alright, so we need to plug that into the diesel engine, or do we refuel it somewhere else? So we got the basic electrical engine. What is this? The diesel tank? Small diesel container. Oh, wait, I could grab those small batteries and bring them down here. Hold up. I forgot we can straight up pick up things. I got into loot brain. I fully forgot. Did this just come out? I feel like I just recently put this on my wish list. Yeah, we're playing the demo right now. I saw the demo recently, and someone described this game to me as Wall-E meets Subnautica, and with like a sales pitch like that, I got kind of hyped to check it out. Woo woo! Going dressed up as Grunkle Stan, and Anne and her friend are going as Dipper and Maybell. Oh, okay. This is a demo. I don't think it's fully released. Yeah. There might be. I think it was trying to redirect me to the store. I don't know what day it comes out. But, like, I haven't seen it yet, obviously, so I am only doing the demo right now. Diesel tank. Do I just plug it into there, then? Okay. Yeah, so we are pumping all of that diesel in there. We've got some basic batteries, what have you. We also have to charge our ship, right? Yeah, we have to power it. The best way to power it, I think, obviously, would be to siphon from a big battery. Yeah, like one of these big batteries. Looks like we have plugs, I think, all along. Yeah, the edges of our ship. Like, I think that's diesel power. Then just a few feet down, yeah, diesel power. So our ship is lined with ways to plug it in. Hell yeah. Oh, what's this? Net raised. Okay, so we have a net. We have a water pump. Oh no! A water pump means we can take on water. Oh no. I think this is our diesel engine. It looks like we're fully fueled. Alright, we are repaired, and we have to reconnect the engine cylinder to the diesel engine. Oh, wait, I got one of these, right? I found one of these. Right? Can I plug it in? Oh, I can! No clue what that does. Reset switch? We probably need to find a bunch of those then. Oh! Alright, that's a little awkward. It's a little awkward to do it this way, but... Alright, so we've got one of these loops. So we have one cylinder plugged in. We can probably get multiple cylinders. What? More cylinders make us run faster? Will they also use more fuel, maybe? Okay, so we have a net. We have a water pump. What are you? You're the water pump. You are... Okay, you're not going to tell me what you are. That's fine for now. Can I bring the forklift? I don't think I can bring the forklift. Unfortunate. We've got a little bit of diesel here. We've got some batteries. We could definitely find more. Alright, that seems fine. Here's our heal station. Here's a backup station. We also have an upstairs. Whoa. Oh god, this looks so complicated. We have a radar, we have weather, we have our fuel and power. 100% hull integrity. Oh, I could turn this off. Oh my god, wind speed? Oh no, this is so much information. Alright, we have a horn. This appears to be an anchor. We're gonna leave that for now. It's our data computer. Alright, so we've got all that. We have to power up. Oh, did we already siphon that battery? Oh, right, we only equalize power. Switch mode equalize? Output. Oh, okay. We'll let it keep outputting, technically. They also wanted us to extract more iron. Alright, we're gonna go back to the recycler. I think I'm gonna, like, grab any more loot I can find. We're gonna do one more run on the recycler. Once that's good, I think it'll be time to open up the door and see what sailing is like in this game. Alright, I really thought this game would be somewhat similar. I don't know if you guys remember the last demo I played. I was playing the game that was the, we were the repair guy walking around like a dilapidated base, slowly repairing everything. And I thought this game would be very, very similar, but this definitely looks like it's falling just directly into the, you know, survival post-apocalyptic game, you know, genre. With us having to manage essentially our food and what have you. Let's find everything that's trash. Organic, glow stick, plastic, copper, teddy bear. Oh, that's a memory. Teddy bears are memory items. Alright, that's trash. 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 Is there a... Oh, there's a deposit trash button. Okay. I was about to say, I don't know why there isn't a deposit all trash button, but there is. Wait, I can do this with heavy things? Hold on. Because I can't loot these, but I can pick them up. Oh my god. Wait, I can recycle physics objects, not just loot objects. That's insane. That, I don't think I've actually seen that in a game. Oh my god. And I got a silica? Well, now we have to see what everything breaks down into, don't we? TV, go. We have plastic, we have rubber, glass, copper, plastic, and aluminum. Oh, level 3. Now, is there actually a leveling system in this? Oh, there's skills. Oh, we use skill points to unlock new things we can build? A dismantle tool. Cable extenders. Okay, well, I feel like building electric and fuel cables will be very important at some point. A whisper. What is a whisper? A wind power generator. All right, let's get our first, like, level of power generation. Consumable battery also feels very important. We have 2 more that we can do. Is this a gun? I think this is like the melee, like the early melee weapon. All right. Let's see. So now we'll come to the fabricator. What can I fabricate? If I can fabricate, I need a turbine blade. All right, can I build? What else does this need? It needs 4 turbine blades. Hold on, wait. What else does it need? It needs 3 connector parts. And we need 3 alloy frames. And we're gonna make ourselves a whisper and we'll have our first, like, power generator even before we're sailing? I think that'll be great. Because ultimately we run on power, right? Am I losing 200 power? Alright. Click the whisper. Build. Oh. That's a weird system, so I have to find a fabricator. To build something like this? Cool. Okay. Then can I connect this to myself? Alright, we might have to get into wind. We are technically inside right now. I didn't know how specific this thing would be. Wasn't there a fabricator next to it? Yeah, we use the fabricator. What I'm saying is when we're on our ship... Now, maybe at some point we can build our own fabricator and recycler to put on the boat. But I'm just saying, like, if the boat is our main location, you know? Then until we have those, I'm a little concerned, because that could mean we can't build more things. So we'd have to find a dock with a fabricator, once we unlock building a fabricator, to fabricate a fabricator onto our ship. Alright, so how do we open the doors? You ready? Open the dock doors and sail out. Alright, I'm feeling ready. We've got batteries on board, we made a little wind turbine, we've learned recycling and all that. So where is... That's it? We got it. Oh my god, now I'm gonna have to learn sailing mechanics. Oh god. I've just slowly figured out survival and building mechanics and they're throwing me already directly into sailing mechanics. Alright, I remember we have an anchor, so we're gonna definitely have to lift our anchor first, right? Wait, we're plugged in. Wait, we're plugged in. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on a second. Hold on. What do you think would happen if I actually unmoored with this stuff plugged in? Because in, like, real life, I think the pipes would give before anything on the ship would, right? Feel like it would, wouldn't it? Alright, I think we're fully unmoored. The cords would definitely break. Yeah, right? I'm just like... I wonder if your ship would take damage if you, like, tried to unmoor while still plugged in like that. Alright. Anchor lifted. Oh! Oh, that's the thing, Hero. I don't think there are any humans left. We don't have pay. Whoa. Oh, we have a throttle system. Okay, so pushing forward increases our throttle up to a certain point. Like I'm at 11% throttle. Okay.
Humanity once commanded.
Well, let's sail to the first object we see, right? Well, actually, hold on. What's interesting is we can set ourselves in a direction, right? And then we can... Oh, I'm gonna crash into shit while playing around all the time. Leaving the playable area? What? What do you mean leaving the playable area? Hold up. Hold up. I want to stop sailing then. I want to stop sailing. I want to stop reverse. Wait, do we only have the hangar available to us? Hold on. Wait, we can't even sail to one location? Okay, so this is currently outputting 0.9. Obviously, not a lot. But I bet if you got a couple of these built, you could essentially permanently sustain yourself on your own ship. I do wonder how much power generation you'd need on your ship to power your ship, you know? Damn, wait. Oh, what are enhancers? You have 40 enhancers. Build time reduced, consumption craft, hull master, increase weight. Ooh. Lifting capacity, battery, pressure capacity, faster and more efficient repairing and dismantling, power management, optimized, electrical usage. Decrease fall damage. Oh wait, I can build. Oh wait, I can build even without a fabricator? Huh. Oh, did we have some slight back? Wait, am I burning diesel? Hold on. Yeah, we were at a little bit of throttle. In fact, I should anchor. There we go. Alright, we anchored up. So if I sail too far forward, the game would end. But there's so much I want to look at. What else do we have? Oh man, how deep does this go? Even for just the demo? What are you? A telescope? A telescope is the furthest thing down? God damn. A soil forge prime produces food materials. Right, because we have to feed our peoples that we're growing. The vault. Oh. Yeah, so this is just your classic, like, open world survival game. There's that little mechanic of... I'm a little upset that they don't let us, go up to the point of, like, getting our first human seed, right? Unless... Oh! Hey, y'all, I think we had a fabricator and a recycler on the ship already. So remember earlier when I was a little concerned about fabricating and recycling once we sailed away from the port? You know, those come with the ship. Explore the whole ship while you're playing. You would think the fucking telescope would be at the top. I do agree with that. Alright, so we were gonna... We kept sailing forward. Let's try to do a big-ass loop around the whole building. Yeah, I know. I'm dumb. I know. Oh, wait. Map. Oh. Add marker. Clear all escape. Ooh, okay. Oh, wait, I think I still have the anchor on. Oh, does the anchor automatically... I guess the anchor probably automatically comes up if you hit forward. Okay, so let's do a big-ass loop all around this hangar. See how big this starting area actually is. Wait. Hell yeah. Cool. Eric, that boat is horribly slow. True. I imagine you get upgrades and other things for it as you go. But it seems like this is a very short demo. What, from me stopping yapping to now, having just kind of gone through all the basics of the game, I think this is about a 1 hour demo. Which, to be fair, a lot of demos target around 1 to 2 hours. But it's kind of set, like, you get the boat, you get out, and then immediately it hits you. I kind of wish they gave you one quest to do, you know? I would love a demo like this where they gave you, like, your first boat quest. Your first quest to, like, sail to somewhere, loot it for parts or whatever, and then end, you know? Just because, like, we finally get to a thing outside of the hangar, and it seems to be... that's where it ends. We'll see. I doubt I picked, like, the one direction it wouldn't work in, you know? Whoa! Look at the moon, y'all! I legit could not play moving that slow unless there's an island really close. Well, there was something right in front of the hangar, if you remember, but as we were sailing towards it, I got the warning, hey, you're about to end the demo. So now we're going, yeah, you see, leaving the playable area. Sailing further will end the current game. So it's more so I'm just sailing to explore the entire playable area because this game ended up being a bit shorter on its demo than I was expecting. This definitely seems to be a very interesting game. Unfortunately, they don't quite give me enough to really know what it's going to be like. Obviously, I think we've seen like all the main mechanics of the game, right? We've seen the survival mechanics, we've seen the building and deconstructing mechanics, we've seen the sailing mechanics. We have not seen whatever this human growth mechanic is, but I think that's probably going to be about the last new thing to it, right? Oh, and the graphics are phenomenal. Yeah, honestly, the graphics at the main menu lagged my computer. I don't know if you saw. It immediately cleared up as soon as the game itself launched, but there's definitely a thing on this where the main menu is a little bit of a data sink, I think. Alright, we'll see what happens. We'll let it run out and we'll see the timer on this. And damn, I'm kind of upset how short this demo is. Eric, would you like a steak cooked? Are you bad at steak like you are at pizza? Oh, so it depends. If I'm cooking for myself, or if it's someone I personally know, I technically like a rare steak. If I'm ordering at a restaurant, however, I get medium rare. Listen, I like my steak rare. I don't trust everyone to cook my steak rare. Yeah, so you can see, like, normally when you come out of the hangar, you're definitely going to beeline for one of these two structures. But I think it's going to end our demo before we actually get to one of them. Wild but acceptable. What do you mean? What's wild about liking rare steak? I like meat. The more things you do to food, the less you like that food. That's my opinion. The more you have to transform an ingredient into something else, the less you liked that original ingredient. They gave me that warning like a minute ago. Are they actually gonna stop me? It's wild that you get it different when you go somewhere. Listen. Rare, I like the taste of. I don't like the potential surviving bacteria of, is what I'll say. Ah, there it is. So, y'all, I guess that is the demo for the last Caretaker. This is definitely looking like it could be an interesting game. I like all of the building blocks in it. And what was very interesting is I like the way that being a robot recontextualized a lot of like survival mechanics. I think that's really, really cool. Instead of food, you have energy, which actually kind of translates pretty literally to how survival games treat energy. And their saving system is hilarious to me. I love the concept that you're actually backing yourself up, but that almost makes me wish you had to actually manage having spare robots. Like, but before you left, you had to grab like 6 of those destroyed robot bodies from that starting location, right? Drag them onto the ship, repair them, and have them ready to get you backed up onto them if your original body died. Because then you could also play with ideas of like different mods for different bodies, where like you have a mining body where one of its arms is a drill, or you have other things like that. I think that'd be really cool space to play in. But this game already seems to be pretty mechanically dense. Luckily, it's a lot of familiar mechanics, you know, like they have a simple sailing mechanic, they've got some simple weather mechanics, they've got very familiar survival mechanics, they've got very familiar deconstruction and leveling unlock mechanics. So they have a lot of mechanics. It's very mechanically dense, but they're all mechanics that I think come from other games. So I don't think this game will be super unfamiliar to people. But ultimately, I would really have to see how the missions play out and how it actually feels to sail from location to location. Because you are the last caretaker. So this game isn't going to have a lot of, I imagine, events. You're not going to run into people as much. I actually wouldn't be surprised if there's also very few like sea monsters or things like that you encounter. I imagine this game is supposed to make you feel very alone in that way, but that might change. It depends on how the human growth mechanic plays, but it sounds like it's a lot more akin to like growing plants than like having people you're actually taking care of, you know? So there's a lot I'd like to see. And most importantly, the way this game is laid out, I'm wondering if it's going to do base building mechanics. And if it does, I think that'd be a very interesting space to play around at. Ultimately, for me, the types of these games I really like would be Subnautica and Breath Edge, if you guys remember. Breath Edge was hilarious and was constantly pushing you with your quests to location to location to location. It really doesn't feel like an open world sandbox game, even though it like in a way is. You can just fly around everywhere, build stations and what have you, and just do that mucking around. But it feels a lot more like a targeted single player quest based game. Same way with Subnautica. That tends to be the way I enjoy to approach those types of games, where I'm actually being given goals to try and achieve. I think this game, from what we're seeing, is likely to go in that direction, but the demo doesn't really confirm for me what it will and won't do. I know you want to piss Meter Zelix. If you really want to piss, though, you know, you can always play, what is it, Death Stranding, you know? Eric, you gonna end stream, you're gonna play something else. Actually, instead of playing something else, I showed you guys something at the beginning of stream. Because tomorrow I have an Among Us collab coming up, and I showed you guys, let's see here. They're not popping up. There we go. I showed you guys that I had made two, and I got one from Kindred, little Amogus characters for the thumbnail. So I'm actually thinking of going through and maybe making more of these for other people that are going to be in the collab. Because let's hear, who do I have? I have Emily. Oh, I drew those on the wrong layer. Damn. Ooh, that might actually fuck up selection stuff. Maybe I can fix it. And it's not going to be a clean fix no matter what. Darn. Yeah, that might screw up some selection stuff for me.
Boom. Headshot.
Thank you, Hyperbeam. So I think what I'm actually going to do is just basically make a character for all the people who are going to be in the collab. Smell the motherfucker in here without a sub. All right, so let's change up our category. We're going to be doing art now, because we are going to be making ourselves some characters to plug into a thumbnail, y'all. So who do we got? We've got Guppy. We've got, wait, Nez sent me a steak. Thank you for the steak photo, Nez. I appreciate that. So we've got Emily, Guppy, and Bonu. All right. All right, hold up. Hold up. Let's get a quick look at... I need a photo of Emily. All right. I know she uses green. I know she's got a weed joke, but let's go ahead and let's look up Emily. Get her reference on screen so I can see the best way for me to redo this. All right. Emily. Oh, wait, that's right. I don't think she's on Twitter anymore. I have to go to Blue Sky. There we go. Emily's Teapot, media, show me your model. All right, this will work. This chibi little fuck will work delightfully. I actually think she hasn't even swapped her model over. I remember, like, I think at this point, almost a year ago, this girl had her girlfriend make her as a delightful, I think it was an anniversary gift, a new model like this, so she could stop using the like default blue hair cat girl model, could start doing one in line with her character. And she still hasn't done her debut, so she's been holding on to a gift from her girlfriend for over a year and hasn't made use of it. Ridiculous. Ridiculous is what I say. What's the best way to do this? We've got a few different greens. We've got some jewelry. We've got cat ears. For cat ears, I think I already added one too. Yeah, I think there's a cat ear costume piece. I think that'd be the best way to approach this. I'll see how many versions of this there are. So Among Us, cat ears, PNG. Well, that wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Damn, this game's got a lot of fan art, don't it? Well, now I'm just seeing a lot of cat ear PNGs that are not the Among Us ones. I'm trying to find one that'd be easiest to color swap or be the most interesting to do color change on. All right, I've got an orange one here that's actually got a bit of texturing to it. This could be interesting because now we've got like some triangles and some shades and whatever to mess around with. First thing first, we're going to replace the outline with ugh. Ugh. Well, that's weird. There is some transparency going on here that is weird as hell. Even if I select all. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to select, invert, delete, just to make sure this is narrowed down. Let's select. Maybe we can shrink now. Shrink it down. Right, 5 pixel. Oh, right, it's still inverted. God damn it. Select, shrink, 5. 5 is too much, so let's just do 2. So we're going to select, shrink this by 2 pixels. Select, invert, delete. Get us a nice narrowed down border now that we can just fuzzy select. Turn black. We'll see if that looks right. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Now we're going to take this green and white. All right. Well, the white should be relatively easy, right? We'll do color select. We'll go with the lightest orange on this orange cat. We'll replace all of that with white, but we're going to select to grow it by 1 pixel just to make sure we're not overlapped. Take your white, pop it in here. And then the orange triangles and ear fills we'll do with this nice green she's got. Ooh. All right, gonna have to fix selection stuff a little bit here. Okay, that seems right for all of that. Okay. Just have to raise that threshold a little less, because we do have this corner and this corner. We're gonna make something different. Just got to keep reducing this till we're only getting these. Cool. You and you go there. Then actually we're going to do the ear fills with this pink. Cute. We're going to have to do some edge work here. Damn. And that selection tool is not agreeing with the pixel art style, I think. But how are y'all doing? Not all of you were here for my hello, welcome, how's your week and weekends going speech. So what are you all getting up to this weekend? Let's shrink this down. Maybe I need to do a grow more than 1 pixel could have been it. but I do think that's much cuter. And we'll go for, I think this really dark shaded green is what we'll do for these darker corner spots here. Let's just go ahead, grab these. Select, grow by 1 pixel. How does that look? We've got some weird line stuff in here I'm going to clean up. I'm actually going to take the white all the way out to the edge here, I think. Let's go up to 4. Go down to 1 pixel, I think, for these. Let's go. Chill maxing? Hell yeah, Ultima. I don't even know if I said hi to you today, but how you doing, Ultima? Hi. I really need to stop doing demos, apparently. Demos? I feel like when I was first doing demos, however, I feel like the first few demos I did take the whole stream. I don't know, are demos getting shorter, or what is up with that? Because it's definitely felt like this last year, a lot of the demos I've tried to do have just not been quite long enough. I'm wondering if that's demo timers changing. Am I getting too quick at games? Or am I not wasting enough time yapping with y'all? It could be the yapping thing. It could be I need to waste a lot more of the beginning of stream yapping with you guys. It was a very fast demo. Thank you. As long as it's not my fault. Yeah, we'll probably do most of this actually in with the white, but we'll keep towards the border. We've got 1 dash there. Eric, I'm thinking of making a Reddit post for a Steam collab. Any tips? Like looking for people to collab, or what do you mean? Like posting an announcement of a collab? Like if you already have a game you're doing, then I'd recommend just like going into VTubers or indie VTubers on subreddit. And then you can definitely just post up, say, hey, I'm looking for anybody who wants to collab for this thing. I have responded to those in the past. What I would say is just make sure you're not reaching out to anybody, like cold messaging them or anything like that. It's best to just make it a post and leave it. Let it run its cycle, essentially, over trying to force anything out, you know? The best way to probably approach it is essentially you're going to want to make a thumbnail. What I'd say is get the game, get like a picture of the game, put your character in front of it, and write on the picture looking for collab. And then you can include text like in a body message under that. But you should make it that at a glance, just sort of looking at the image, right? If people can tell basically what the post is, just so people who are looking for collabs already will be able to go, oh, definitely, look, this person's already looking for exactly what I'm looking for, and they'll be able to lock in right away. So what's the best way for me to approach? I think this is gorgeous. I should definitely reuse those colors then. So do I just do a... I'm really trying to think the best way to approach this. Do I just do a color swap for this orange? And, you know, this is a big problem. So for one of the images I was doing, I needed to add in that gray for the Gwen one specifically. see if I could just override it. Ah! Makes it real hard to color replace if you can't color select. That should be fine, right? That should be fine enough there. And here, just a straight line across would work, right? Yeah, that'll probably be all we need. Eh, fuck you, fuck me. Not quite. Clean the edge. Clean the edge. All right, that should work. All right. So, do I do that really light green then again? Like, do I essentially, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do new layer above, and we're going to have another layer above that one. So we're, what in the hell? I just want a new layer. Is that making that disappear? This new layer didn't make it. Wait, what's happening with my layers? What the hell? This empty layer didn't make it disappear. What happened with this layer? Do I have a setting going weird on me? What the hell? Visible? Pixel? Normal? What? Transparency? Yeah, it should be transparent, right? What the hell? Okay, yeah, we can just copy and paste layers. I can't believe that's doing that. How do I make a transparent background for my model? Well, do you mean how do you export a transparent model or how do you make a transparent layer? To make a transparent layer, you'll have to have a tool that supports transparent layers. Not all tools do that. So we're going to grab the dark color. Yeesh. It's riding over into the top here. I don't know why we're... All right, that looks good. We're going to do a select, grow, 1 pixel. Oh, that's still grabbing... I'm going to grow 2 pixel now. Yeah, if you can see over here, it's still selecting weird individual pixels, but I guess that'll be fine. That'll be fine. And then we're going to do is we're going to select this darker green, and we're going to put this on 1 layer. And we're going to select this lighter mint green, go back to you, color select for this color. We're going to do a select grow 2 pixels. Go 1 layer up. Put that in. How does that look? What did I do for Gwen? I made this into what Gwen's eye is, but Gwen's got little hearts in her eyes and other little effects. So it was something where I could actually turn the mask into her eye. Do I do that? Because you've got like eyes up here. Another part of me also wants to add this ribbon, but of course it's a little cut off here. 1 sec. I'm gonna go back to her blue sky, see if I can find one where the ribbon's not cut in any of its images. It's really not. Will I be able to manually fucking reconstruct this ribbon? We will take a shot at it. You know what? We're using this for art stream. Let's take a shot at this. All right. Fuzzy tool select. A little more threshold than that. A little less threshold than that. Boop, 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 boop. We'll have to manually erase the black lines, but that should be fine. All right, we're gonna make this a lot more of a firm erase. Yeah, that'll be good. Oh, there we go. All right, so we have most of a ribbon. So how would we complete this? All right, we're gonna go to black. And we need the size to be of the original. 2 pixels too small, 4 pixels. We're gonna make this a new layer to make sure I'm not drawing on the original. All right, something is up. Something is up with my fucking new layer tool. I don't know what it is. I don't know which of these settings is not visible. No, that's definitely not it. What did I click? Fill with transparency. Auto? Okay, that did. Apparently one of my automatic settings got reset. So we do, okay. That almost seemed right. So this curls, this comes out, they meet here. This comes out, this curls. Not quite as clean on that one. Okay, but we also have this. Is this a dangle ribbon? Like, are these just straight? Ooh, that's also a lot thinner, isn't it? I'm wondering if that's like... Oh, and I am drawing it directly on the... Wasn't this supposed to make a new layer? Okay, we're starting over. New layer. Do this again. That seems right. That seems right. This is a bit of a confusing one. Like, I could take it that, like, my theory essentially is that this is like, you know, 2 dangle down ribbons, right? Like, you know how ribbons look like that? I think that's what it is. Eric, I may be cooked. Why are you cooked, Hyperbeam? Like, I'm trying to edit my model into a picture of Phasmophobia's banner on stream. Do you have a weird model to work with? Because I've definitely had a lot of issues trying to Photoshop other people's models. I'm delighted by how simple and little my guy is and how I have no protrusions or detailings or opacity, because cutting out elements like that out of other people's art always feels a little messed up, you know? There's always something that's weird about it, and it never quite looks right. All right, here's what we're doing. We're actually going to go here. Stay straight down. I don't know if that's what that's supposed to be. That's my real problem with this. I could erase it, actually, though. I could go to the OG layer and simplify the ribbon for myself, essentially. Because if we just erase that up in there, then it's just a simple, normal ribbon. You know, instead of one that might have dangle bits on it. Place this black now with that green. For the most part. Just going over it instead of fully replacing it, though. Basically just as a bit of a blend technique here. All right, that looks good. Now for the easy bits, I guess. So what we can do is obviously we want to fill in everything first with the lightest background color here. How do I make it so my VTuber model itself is transparent so I can put the model on a background? We'd have to create a transparent PNG. Like I said, you'll need a tool that allows you to do transparency, and then you'll have to export it as a PNG file that'll support transparency. Because depending on what you export it with, you can sometimes accidentally export it in a way where it isn't a transparent image. So that's the number one thing. All right, so we're gonna grab light color. Ooh, damn. All right, that's annoying. There's actually a way to do this without actually doing it. So what you could see is they have basically a bunch of different colors are coming through here that are taking up their own little squares. So what we do is we lower the opacity of our pencil as much as possible, yeah? So what this creates is we're able to go over a few times with the same colors. And as long as we're moving it around irregularly, it should never fully turn every pixel to the same color. But every time we go over it, certain pixels are going to start averaging towards what that is over there. That seems solid. Then we're going to bring our opacity back up. Follow that curve and fill it in. Ah, that's our hard edge, isn't it? Do this again. Opacity up, follow that curve, fill in. And voila, we got a little ribbon. We're gonna merge those layers down so it all becomes one item. And look, we got a little ribbon for Emily. Layer, crop layers to content. And all we had to do is decide to ignore one little part of it. Let's go. Hi, Eric. Hi, Frog. Hi, Sun. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. We are making models for tomorrow's collab. Okay, take her out. Do we want anything else from her? The mask part is the part I almost most want to do something with. That's the only part we haven't done. And if you look over here, all of these masks had a little something. Gwen's got her eye there. I use it for my mouth. What to do with Gwen? All right, I've got an idea, but I don't know if it'll be cringe. Among Us, is there a weed thing? No, there isn't. There is an easy weed. All right, 1 second. Cartoon weed leaf PNG. Let's go. All right, so we want something kind of thick lines. We're looking for very simple here. Because this is all ridged. Why are these all like not cartoony? I get the sharp edges are part of what makes a weed leaf, but come on, there's gotta be like a cartoony version. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm doing pretty good, my guy. Just trying to think of the best thing to add here. I don't know. It could be this is just good enough for Emily. You know, we've got obvious cat reference. We've got a little bit of pieces. We've done a bit of color swapping. But I don't know. It's just, I feel like, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna export this. And then I'll just see what it looks like next to them. So we'll go here, we'll go to export, and this will be Emily sus PNG. Come over here, we'll look for Emily. We'll see how it looks in the group. Layer, crop layer to content, layer scale. I think I have them at 300 width. No, I think it's 350 width. Yeah, that seems right. So how does she look in the group? You know what? That actually does not at all look bad. Definitely a little on the simpler side, I would say. The mask stands out a little bit, but I think it still works in that grouping. What do you guys think? Should I do some more with Emily? Or do you think that's a solid Emily Susamogus? I wonder how much artwork Guppy have. I mean, Guppy was the one who did the art for Emily, so I imagine Guppy's got to have art, right? Where do I find Guppy? Guppy. Hey, Guppy's here. Perfect. It looks fine, but not good, is what you're saying. So, you know, if you, what you're saying is if I am okay with bringing myself down to only this, I see. I understand, Nezco. I understand. Ooh, Guppy doesn't actually have a lot of artwork here. All right, maybe I'd try seeing if she had a Twitter. She did. Did you have media on it, even if you don't use it? Okay, there's some media here. All right, that's a pretty solid reference image. I don't know how much I'll actually be able to do with it, but it is definitely a solid reference. All right, layer, scale layer. We need to make you much smaller. All right, we're going to shove you over to the corner. So what do we do for detailing? We've got ears, but you're a fish. We have these fins. I could probably just cut these fins out and use them. I'm going to do that. Let's actually take you back to your original size. Get a grab that gets all of that. And then we'll hide that away for a minute. It'll be a secret tool that we use later. Then we'll scale the layer all the way down to what we could just shove over to the side for our color references. There we go. Now we can put that out of the way. And whenever we want to make use of those fins, we can bring them back. All right. Back to your original form. Get out of here. All right, so this is what we got. This is what we're working with. There are a lot of distinct colors on her, and that's almost a problem for us, isn't it? All right, I've got a theory. I've got a theory on something we can do for this. We'll see. I'm going to see how well my theory works. We're going to get 2 new layers, and the first thing we're going to do for color swapping is we're going to make the dark orange actually be essentially this gradient that she has on her pants. God damn it. Could have been clean, straightforward colors. No, we've got to do smart, clever, and interesting looking gradients. How inconsiderate. How inconsiderate can you be? And that's good. We're going to do select row by 2 pixels, go up this layer, do our gradient fill. But we need to reverse those. Gradient's almost happening too quick. And I think that's a little better, but I almost want... I don't know what. I almost want like a sharper... Too sharp. I don't know. I don't know if actually a real gradient super is great for this, but I'm gonna take the theory to the end, right? Let's before I start doing too much with it, let's take my theory to the end and see how it looks. And then this color, I'm gonna replace with her top color, that pink that she's using. I'm gonna grow that, and that can just be a bucket fill. Ultimately, this is how that's not bad, right? That's not bad at all. Bro, I got steak and a new shirt. I don't know what you want from me. Hey, you do you, my guy. What do you guys think? The next thing is I would want to bring in these fins, and put them like around the mask piece, you know? Maybe even the earrings. I think I'm gonna just go with the fins. So, oh, not on the right layer. God, there's not gonna be an easy fuzzy select I can do for this, is it? I'm gonna have to actually manually cut this. Ugh, I hate manually cutting, but we're gonna have to. Let's take this up. Let's see if we can get away with 8. Pretty sharp, right? Yeah, we're maxed on sharpness, so we'll just go right along that black outline edge. Take out the white sticker effect. And maybe a little smaller than 8, I think. We'll go with 6. Yeah, that's a little easier. And right here, that's part of the fin, so follow that line. Gosh, all these curves. Why does nobody just make straight geometric shapes? Come on. Think of the photoshoppers. Think of those of us who have to edit. Yeah. Yeah. That looks good. And then if we're not taking the earring, take this corner. Ooh, bit on back. We can ignore that for the most part. Follow the black lines. Don't know how well this curve from the hair will read, but if we're overlining everything with the thick black outline already on the Amogus character, we might be able to actually get away with this. All right, there we go. That should be good. Then we do just maximum selection threshold and we delete everything else. We're still left with a little bit of weird. Ooh, maybe I can do it the other way. Yeah, we select this, then we select crop image. Yeah, layer cropped image to selection. Perfect. Now we grab this and we put it here. And then what we're actually going to do, I think, is we're going to scale this layer. We need to make it a little smaller, but I don't think a lot. We're going to go from 180 to 175. that looks really good. We've got a little bit of white space in there. All right, hold up. Did I actually cook with this one? Hold up. And then duplicate, layer, transform, flop horizontal. And then we're gonna have to rotate this one. Do I have to do a full perspective shift? Let's just check rotate. Yeah, we'll have to do a full perspective. Because we also need it to point back a little bit. Okay, I'm going to start with a rotate before I do the perspective, though, because I think that'll be a better way for me to approach it. Okay, rotate, then perspective. I think line that up. All right, all right. Want to clean this up. I might even just be doing like an erase here. Wait, where is this layer? There. Ooh, I think I need to rotate it down slightly. All right, let's see. How does that look? That looks pretty okay. I think definitely the black edging around it doesn't quite match up, obviously, with how thick this one is. So let's see here. Maybe what I can do is on both of these, we'll do like a select grow. We grow these out, maybe an extra 5 pixels. And then let's see, what layer is that on? Okay, we add a new layer underneath it. And what we're going to do is fill that with black to give them sort of a more consistent black outline. We'll erase anything that overlaps with the original image. I think with that 5 pixel thicker, yeah, I think that reads a little better. Solid. All right, then we just got to do it one more time over here. Do new layer. Select this, grow it by 5. Black fill. I don't think that overlapped with anything new. All right. What do you guys think? Is there anything else I should do? Part of me thinks I should give her ears. She does have ears, and it would make her look more similar to Emily. But I want her to be a little distinct. I don't know. Thoughts. Fill me with opinions, suggestions. I need data. I need stuff to react to. I'm gonna take the reference even off. Just look at it. Honestly, without looking at the reference, I think it looks pretty solid. Give her the hip straps. You mean the Is there a way to do that in the Amoga style? How would you recommend I do that? Give me your recommendation here. Sexy Amogus. So like Like, I can just take black and follow along this. I don't know if that's going to get the effect you're looking. I don't know if there's a way for me to suggest they are hip straps is the thing on the Amogus image. Right? I don't know if... Because it's a space suit. They're sort of contained. I want to do the patterning on the pants. All right, I was looking at doing that a second ago. Let's see, what's the way for me to do that, though? We come down to this layer, we do the selection on the black, then we invert to make sure we're not drawing over the black lines. Select invert selection, then we go up to the layer I made. And just make a new transparent layer. Whatever, we'll go new layer. Copy that color. Did we lose our selection? Damn. Select invert back up to this layer. What are these? Just big ass loops. Take this up to 30, I think, is the pen size. I think we might have to take that all the way down, but... So we can do that. And then what? We cut the thickness in half, so we cut it down to 15. Oof. We go all the way to 5, we could do that. Where it loops it. Like that? Not the best drawer. How about this? We're going to take this to 25 instead of 30. A little thinner than normal. Instead of me actually trying to draw, we're going to click off and I'm just going to shift click in. And then we're going to select this layer and we're going to say select grow, and we're going to grow it out 5. Then we're going to select border. We'll give it a 5 pixel border. No, we'll need it smaller than that. Select border 2 pixel border. We'll have to grow it more than 5, I think. Okay, so we're going to do select grow. I guess we'll select grow 10, and then we'll select pixel border 2. Select border 2 again. Fill that in. We'll erase the parts that overlay with the black, but I'm just doing this just to kind of... Okay, we come back and we erase everything on the black. Like that? Or the pattern could be on the jetpack. Hold up. Obviously, I'd have to hit it with the erase again, but that's not bad. Sure, let's go ahead and we'll come down here just to let me do this easy mode. I do like that. I do really like that, honestly. I think that's a great suggestion. Guess we could just imagine there's a thong underneath the spacer. You are free to imagine thongs wherever you want them, Nezuko. Oh, and Eric, could you look at the art channel? Oh, sure, Hyperbeam. What are you sharing? Art class. Aww. Let's see here. What I would say is, was that the original image? Basically, the Phasmo image seems kind of blurry. And also, I would thicken up your question text. But I would say for your question of your, hey, anyone want to collab? I would say double the font size and make it bold. Double the font size, make it bold. You could fucking, I think that'd be good. For overall layout, solid. But I would say see if you can get a cleaner Phasmo image that isn't as fuzzy, and bold up the hell out of that text. Make it immediately legible. Well, then let's get rid of our reference. We can go ahead, file, export as, and we could do guppy sus. PNG, export up over here. Go to our files, we'll go to gup. Layer, crop layer to content, layer scale layer. And our width was 350. Oh, she's a different width. Right. The fins on one side extend beyond the body. Shoot. Okay. Let's see what 400 looks like. It's technically, I think, a couple of pixels too big, but I think that's just about right. Okay, so what? I should probably do center. We have Gwen and Kindred, and I think Guppy and Emily probably want to be hanging out together. Nothing's going on with Emily's backpack, so I'll actually put her in the corner since we can cut the backpack a little bit. Guppy, we'll have you face your friend. No, I want you kind of in front as the thing. Because of your fins. Your fins look great, so I kind of want them...
So Eric, I was trying to use the current patch Phasmophobia banner on Steam Boot. I just zoomed it in on Canva and Control. My way to make it bigger, lol.
Boy, I was trying to use the current patch Phasmophobia banner on Steam, but I zoomed in Canva Control. Okay, yeah, so maybe just Google Phasmophobia Winterfest and see if you get an image. Get an actual PNG off the internet, and you might have a cleaner image that way, is what I would say. All right, y'all. What do you guys think? There is one other person who is in the collab. The thing is, I don't know them specifically. Let's hear Banu? What do you look like, Banu? How can I find you? Do you have a link to anything? All right, you have a link to your Twitch. From your Twitch... Oh, wait, that Twitch link doesn't work? Wait, oh no. Can I find Banu? Banu VT? Oh shit, that worked. All right. We'll go to media, and then what images do we have of you? Do you have no media? Wait, do you have no artwork? Oh, you only recently got your live 2D model. Okay. Okay, I see. I see. I think that'll be fine. I think we'll be fine with these ones, ultimately. Alright. Well, I don't know. Is there anything else I should include in my thumbnail, you guys think? I think just having a bunch of these little, like, manual creates, like, filling up the screen looks fucking gorgeous, in my opinion. I do want to rebalance it somewhat, but... I don't know, did I make them all too big? Did I make them a bit smaller? Oh, I think it might be good. I think it might be solid. You know what? Yeah, I think it's pretty gorgeous. I think there's something about it that's just really nice. I mean, partially is the fact that I made almost all of these except for Kindred's, but beyond that, I think there's a pretty good quality to all of them. All of them have a little personal detail. All of them have a little bit of drawn-on stuff. I think it's all pretty solid. Okay, y'all. Let's hear it with our short demo. So what, I yapped for half an hour. Our demo was an hour. Was that an hour of art? There was no way that was an hour in art, because I'm seeing 2.5 total hours. Oh, man. I don't know. Because I guess if no one else has any more suggestions, it might be with our thumbnail being made, I might just end things here. Might be it, y'all. Yeah, you know what? I think we might call it a short stream. Hey, could you check again? All right, I'll take a look. I'll take a look at your art. Hey, once again, boost the not just the heya, that anybody wanna collab, boost that shit up too. But yeah, that looks much cleaner. That looks much better. Yeah, so all I would say, boost that bottom text. Your anybody want to collab Phasma, and then perfect image. I'd send that out, include text. What if you do some Deep Rock? Deep Rock? Oh, but we got all the achievements, Hyper Beam. Last stream, we finished Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. We finally beat it, my guy. Maybe you didn't know that, but we're 100%. I never have to play it again. So you know what? I'll give you guys your whole fucking Friday evenings back to go do something awesome, okay? Thank you all. Tomorrow we're going to be doing ourselves a nice collab, hanging out with all those people I just made artwork for. And we're going to be playing some Among Us. I'll look into getting some sort of a redeem set up so you guys can absolutely mess with me. I have some fun with that. Getting all the achieves means you can never play it again. Exactly, you understand. I'm gonna miss Bloodborne? Ah, true. True. Check one more time in art class? I'm not seeing a third one. Yeah, that looks great. I'd send that out, my guy. So I suppose with that, we'll call it a very, very short stream today, at least for me. But hey, we still crossed over 2.5 hours, which means I gotta send you guys off to raid. Is Gwen live? Gwen is live, so I'll send you guys off to Gwen. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. I hope you all have fun. I hope to see you all again just as soon as possible. And remember, I love you all. Stream it tomorrow with a collab. Keep your eyes out for all the shorts we've got coming. And have amazing weekends, y'all. Let's get ready to raid in 5. Wait, here's the raid message. 4. 3. 2. All right, bitches. Let's raid.